Let's eat.
Let's see.
By the way, before we eat, I make yesterday a kimchi, and it's already overflowing now.
Uh,
So
these fermented foods are really good for your,
belly
well, your
got bacteria. Mm. So up, your phone is playing, and this one.
hey, we got one viewer.
It's
It's us.
just happened that it says hello, guys. So today I'm going to eat a um mungo. Do you know mungo? Mungo is good for arthritis.
What is mungo?
Beans, the yellow beans, the small beans like this.
Ah, they're a little bit starchy, huh?
Yeah, and also an okra, kalabasa, but this one have a lot of pork. Chicharon. Also, I put some chicharon. Mm, pork.
Crunchy.
No, it's not crunchy anymore because
Now it's soft because you cooked it.
this one's supposed to be have a soup, but the children they eat first and they get all the soup in it and just happen that cannot even see any. It's like stir vegetable.
Because the soup tastes really good.
And I also have a tail.
Fishtail.
I already have here.
Oh.
And the bangus. This one is a milkfish.
And so this is a fasting
So
day
while
for
I'm
me.
eating, Mr. Day is watching and talking to you guys.
Yeah, because this is a fasting day for me, and um, for those of you who don't know, I've been doing OMAD now for many years. I've been doing fasting ever since I was 10 years old. It was not when I was 10. It was not really a voluntary fast, but my parents were into making their fortune, and so the refrigerator oftentimes was empty, so there was no breakfast. Uh, for me, breakfast was that first meal of the day. So growing up.
Hi, Rain Sounds, LXM.
Hi.
Hello.
So for us growing up, my sister and my brother and myself, there was literally no breakfast for me and my sister. But for my brother, any food that was in the refrigerator, he would eat.
First come, first serve.
Yeah. So, and he was the bully of the family. So, uh, and if you took his food, you were in for a fight. And yeah, so I ended up fighting with him pretty much uh, my entire life.
They're twin, though.
Yeah, we're identical twins, but he's the older twin, according to him. He says he was born 15 minutes earlier, which is kind of funny because um, we were born in Anchorage, Alaska, and so we had two uncles up there. My uncle Albert, who was probably a full-blown covert narcissist, an alcoholic, and then there was my uncle Gerald, who was like my mother, a covert narcissist, and they loved to play games on each other, and so uh, one of the games that they played was switching the name tags on my brother and myself. So who knows? Maybe I'm Tom and he's Tim. Hard to say because I heard that little trick went on quite often from both my parents. And my mom said, "Oh no, I can always tell the difference." And it's funny because I remember one time, I think Tom and I were about It was after my dad died, and my mother said, "I don't know any two people who are alike." And it's like, really? Well, you've had identical twins, so what do you mean you don't know any two people? My mom was a covert narcissist, uh, full blown covert narcissist. So I don't know if she was kidding or whether she was serious. Hard to say, but there it is. I could be the older twin by 15 minutes. And so my brother took that moniker, and in so doing, he had breakfast and he had lunches. I didn't have lunches. My sister did because my sister always got lunch money separate from my brother and myself. My parents bought her a lunch ticket, whereas myself, Tom, and we were always given lunch money, and my brother wouldn't give me my share of the lunch money. And I didn't realize it until many years after we were out of uh, school because um, I just thought he was like me, where he didn't have any lunch. He had breakfast, but he didn't have any lunch because I thought he was being treated the same. But when think back on it, he during the lunch times, he was always in there eating lunch, and I just kind of like shut that out of my brain. It's like, oh well. And then, you know, it's kind of weird how you just block things out of your brain. Crazy.
Can you take your phone, please?
Yeah, so I'll take my phone here and set that up.
Okay. So, hi, AI Coconut. Rain Sounds LXM. Hello. Ben in Sibugay. Hello. Matt's National Adventure. What behind your back? This one? This is a brain. Yeah. Many people, my granddaughter always standing here and she's always pulling this down. So now it's almost pulled down. So this is your core belief. This is your internal sensation, epic mood, your thoughts, and your feeling. So sensory stimuli, conscious. So this is a core belief. Unconscious memory long term. So that is our brain. Your brain is processing affects, sensory stimuli, feeling, and thoughts all at once. So that Mr. Day always making. He's always making a diagram and some in the picture because this is how he learn and he study. Today is a very, very busy rain. The rain is nonstop. Katerina, but still we did our workout. By the way, this is a bangus, milkfish. And this vegetable have a pork. So already have a meat here. This one is a good meat. When I eat more vegetable. But When Mr. Day eating, he eat more meat. Mm. Hello to all the viewers. Thank you for watching. I'm not really a talker when I'm eating, so I'm sorry. Excuse for me with that. Let's wait, Mr. Day. My favorite part of the bangus is the head and then the belly. Where have you been?
Oh,
Is it good?
not really.
Still have a stomach pain?
Yeah. So today's a good day for me to fast, guys, because
Mm-hmm.
I've got kind of an intestinal thing going on. Now, fasting for me is pretty easy because I've been doing it for a number of years, and so I know what to expect. And the experience is really not that bad. Um, my energy levels stay pretty consistent because of my diet. If you eat a diet that's rich in proteins and high in healthy fats, you just have energy all the time because it takes a while for your body to readjust, but it does calibrate to a high fat, high protein diet. Um, and for those of you who are eating carbs, it's going to create the hormone ghrelin because what happens is when you eat uh, processed carbohydrates, you get glucose spiking, and you need to start watching this fellow on YouTube. I recommend all of you folks watch YouTube channels out there um, that are informative. You know, there's no real authorities, but there's a lot of experts. You know, nobody's can tell you here eat this or don't eat that. They pretty much can tell you what not. I mean, that's pretty much a no-brainer. Um, but there's some people out there who say, no, I eat lots of refined carbohydrates and I don't have a problem. And it's like, well, good for you. It doesn't work for me, and it doesn't work for at least probably 70% of the people that eat, you know, foods that are enriched with refined carbohydrates. It's actually ruining their lives. It's a poison for at least 70% of the people out there. And how do we know this? Well, look at what's happening around the world, worldwide, here in the United States and industrialized countries, Europe. Um, I think England is in bad shape now with obesity and metabolic syndrome as the United States. It's getting really bad here in the Philippines. There's so many, people here, and you can spot the Filipinos with the metabolic syndrome. Hey, they all like to show off their big round bellies. It's just kind of hilarious. Everybody rolls up their shirt and shows their big belly. It's like I don't know what that is. Uh, have you guys always done that, or ever?
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially the guy.
yeah.
They just walking around on the road like a tough guy, and then they will up their belly and then showing their
They look like they're pregnant. It
yeah,
looks like a beer belly, really,
like a
because they're strong. They got strong arms and they got strong legs, and then they got this beer gut. Sometimes it is a beer gut, and I don't know, but I think a lot of times it's just metabolic syndrome because there's a lot of diabetes now here in the Philippines. Uh, an acquaintance of ours here died 3 or 4 years ago now, and he was only 39. He just turned 39 years old, and he died from the complications of diabetes. But he was a heavy drinker, so he was drinking the hard liquor and the beer, and he was like that now for about 2 years. Well, I came up here. I knew him for about a year, no problems, and then for a couple of years, he found out he had diabetes, and wow, did he sink downhill fast, fast, fast. And within 2 years, he was dead. It's like,
yeah.
wow.
When Tim met him, and he got know that he have a problem of that, and he saw him how does he drink. He said, "In 2 years, if you didn't stop, you're dead." And what he say? It happened.
I'm not a prophet, but I know the science of consequences.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're smoking, I don't predict a good future for you. If you're doing drugs, I'm not going to predict a good future for you. If you're eating a lot of enriched foods, foods that are enriched with carbohydrates and vegetable oils, I'm just not going to predict a good future for you. It's not going to go well. Um, Rational thinking,
Hello, guys. I'm done eating.
yeah.
I'm already doing my dessert.
And Jen, really quick to pick up on rational thinking, and it's really changed her life. I mean, she's done a complete turnaround on her life. She's just uh, really getting away from that emotional thinking. You know, you got two kinds of thinking. You've got rational thinking and you've got emotional thinking. And if your thoughts are colored with me, my, and I, that's egoic thinking. You're an emotional thinker. You're basing your how to is what does my gut tell me? What does my heart tell me? Uh, your heart has no feelings. Your gut has no feelings. All the feelings occur in your brain. So if your heart's racing, maybe it's racing because you're excited, or maybe it's racing because you're having some unpleasant emotions. But you can learn to regulate your emotions. That's the beauty of rational thinking. Rational thinking helps you to regulate your emotions. So that's what I encourage with everybody: learn to regulate your emotions.
So that is how I eat. I eat more veggies.
This is a zero sugar soft drink, by the way. Everybody tells me, "Oh, wow, is that really sugar free?" They're all saying that over here in the Philippines. And it's like, "Yep." And they go, "How do you know?" And I say, "Well, because I drink probably 3 liters of this every day, at least 3 or 4 liters." As a matter of fact,
This is 1.5. He can finish this
that's
like
1.5 liters.
3 or 4 bottle of that a day.
Sure, and I already drank 2 liters
He
today.
already finished the 2 liters.
Yeah,
And this is newly open.
this is newly open,
Okay.
so I'll drink 3 or 4 liters today. And they say, "Oh, well, how do you know it's sugar free?" It's because I'd be one fat mofo if I was drinking sugary drinks.
Yes. If this is
Oh my God.
sugar, if you are diabetic, it will trigger very fast. So as you can see, I already have a clean plate.
You did good, baby Co.
Yeah, I just eat just like that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to talk when I am eating. So I'm not a talker when I'm
No,
eating.
but it's fun to watch beautiful women eat.
And this, look at my kimchi.
That's her kimchi.
It's already exploding the juice.
Yeah.
Like yesterday I make this. I already
Oh,
smell it.
dump the juice in there, baby.
Really come to the cover, you see?
Yeah. When you take it out, because you'll take it out early, uh, try to leave the juice in there so it's under a layer of juice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because you want to keep it under the juice because then you don't have the oxygen with the bacteria being exposed to it. So she shouldn't even really take the top off like that, but she'll master it one of these days. And we'll probably start eating that. Who knows?
Tomorrow.
Maybe, yeah, we'll start eating it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll eat that top layer right off before the bacteria totally destroy that top layer.
Oh, actually, this many we eat just like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, that'll be gone in 3 or 4 days.
Mm.
So the way you break free of the carb addiction is you go cold turkey.
Cold turkey.
Go cold turkey. Just try do a little bit of intermittent fasting, and when you do eat a diet that's high in fats and proteins. So eat yourself a nice
Excuse
fried
me.
chicken, not the floury kind. The Innisol, you can do a grilled chicken, fried chicken. Eat the chicken skin. There's no problem with eating fats. Your brain needs fats in order to function. People think, "Oh, how can I live without sugar?" Well, you're going to feel like you're dying when you quit eating sugar.
Yeah, sugar withdrawal is horrible.
Yeah, and you're going to be low energy. You're going to be hungry.
But
You're,
do you know, just only 2 to 3 days, you will
yeah,
feel very horrible.
yeah.
After that, sugar withdrawal, you will feel numb.
First day
It's
is
like
the
you're
worst.
floating.
Second day is the
The
worst.
worst.
The first week is the worst. Then it gets easier and easier and easier. And first, start off with some intermittent fasting.
The first time that I did the fasting is like 5 days.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The first day, tolerable. Hunger, um, should be because you didn't eat, right? So drink water. Every time we watch TV, I can see some donuts, sandwich. It's like, hey, are you trying to kill me? And he said, you can pass with that. I said, okay. I have a very long patience, and I really have a
Patience is a
con-
virtue.
controllable. I can control it. So when we are sleeping, you know what? The second day we are sleeping, oh my God, I'm dreaming of bread and butter. It's like, oh my God, my body really telling me to eat.
Yeah.
But I said, no, I can do this. Because that time, my goal is to have a flat belly. And you know what? After a week, oh, fuck. It's like, it's like, really, not even a month. And then I stop all the sugar. And then every time I see a donut, I said, oh, look good. Then when I
Takes a little piece.
take a little piece, I just cut it. And then when I bite it, I want to throw the one that in my mouth.
Yeah.
And then the one that is in my hand, I return it to my kids. I said, I don't like. It's like, ew.
It turns out that sugars don't really have much flavor to them at all, unless you've got like a banana flavor or something like
This
that.
banana, this one that I eat, oh my God, so sweet. For me, um, the flavor of sugar, that's why I drink water now, because the sugar of this banana is so high. This is a different kind of banana, not like saba. This is the saba that we
Is that
cooked
a
yesterday.
tundan?
No, lakatan.
Oh, that's a lakata.
So sweet. Until now, it's here in my taste buds, and my tongue really not good in sweet now. Every time I eat sweet, it's like,
I think in the U.S. they sell pretty much Cavendish bananas, and it's funny because here in the Philippines, when you go to get a banana in like the 7-Eleven or some of the stores, it's like they don't have a lot of the tundan and stuff, which is common here. The Sabah,
mhm,
tundan, the little senorita bananas. They don't have a lot of those or the green bananas. They got the Cavendish,
yeah.
and it's like,
It was
wow,
import.
yeah,
7-Eleven is like franchise, and they
uh,
should sell the product
local,
the product they are must sell. So
yeah,
they didn't take the local
yeah.
vegetable
They don't
here.
take the locals. They just they import it. It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. Yeah. And so, yeah, if you want to do intermittent fasting, the only way you're going to succeed is if you go low carb, because if you got too many carbs in your diet, you're gonna insulin spike, and when you or glucose spike, and when you glucose spike, you're going to secrete insulin, and the insulin is going to gobble up those sugars real fast, and then within 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours, you're going to be hungry.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have a ghrelin spike.
That's the sugar doing to
That's what the
us.
sugar does to you.
Carbs
Your body
also.
becomes addicted to it.
Every
And
time you eat carbs, that is a spike. It's like
yep,
instant energy, and after that, like 2 to 3 hours, you're hungry again.
yeah. And so, like the people who are on these GLP-1 inhibitors, and I've heard that Elon Musk is on a GLP-1 inhibitor, and it's funny because he's kind of like a know-it-all tech guy. And from my point of view, he's a very emotional individual. I see him.
Maricela Brookman, yes,
Yeah.
what you're saying here is right. Dear darling, stop using anything that contains sunflower oil and
Yeah,
switch over to coconut oil.
that's right.
Lost a lots of weight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
that's
for
what
you.
good for you that you understand this thing because we always tell here, stop using the seed oil.
Yeah.
All kind of seed oil, coconut oil. I know. Uh, sorry about that. Corn oil,
Corn oil, no bad.
palm oil,
Uh,
vegetable
Vegetable
oil,
oil.
sesame oil, sunflower oil. Nuh-uh.
I don't know about the palm oil. I'm going to have to check more into that because I heard that's
Mm-hmm.
a saturated oil, but it
Yeah.
should be okay. I know the United States ran a smear campaign on it because they wanted to promote their own. And so what they did was they charged a huge.
And you know, Maricela, we're always learning.
Uh,
It's good to hear that you understand about the oil. Coconut oil is a good fat.
yeah,
Actually, we have here a coconut, lots of it. And I will call my son to cut me an oil.
yeah, coconut,
Coconut.
coconut.
Okay, wait. While Timothy Day will talk to you, he will cut me a coconut.
Very good. We get coconuts up here for 25 cents a coconut. Um, and that's a pretty good deal. We pay 12 pesos for a coconut. And down in, if you go down to even just down as far as Manila, you're paying sometimes 50 pesos for a coconut, four times what we pay up here for coconuts. I remember when I went to we live very close to the Taal volcano up here, and I had a girlfriend at the time, and we went to visit the Taal volcano. When you got to the top of the Taal volcano, of course, coconuts then were that this is back in 2015, and coconuts this was like 10 years ago almost, and coconuts then were they were about 30 pesos each if you bought them in Manila. But when you went to the top of the Taal volcano, of course, you were thirsty because you had to ride by horseback and stuff to get to the top of the volcano. And of course, take pictures. It's all a big touristy kind of thing. And but I recommend can't do it now because the volcano's been active for several years. But when you were able to get to the top of the Taal volcano, um, they were selling the coconuts for 50 pesos each, and I remember uh, my ex girlfriend saying, "Oh no, don't buy a coconut; it's too expensive." And it's like, "Oh come on, we're here at the top of the Taal volcano. I mean, how many times do people, come up here like that? And I mean, what better drink is there, anyways? I mean, coconut juice is some of the best drink you can. Now that being said, it's high in sugar, so and I don't put the kibosh on all sugars. Uh, I'm saying limit the amount of sugars that you eat, and never drink sugary drinks.
No, this is not sugary. This
Yeah,
is just
this is just
water.
water, but never drink those.
Don't drink.
Well, I don't recommend these products, but it's my one of my crutches that I use to help me get through the day. And for me, it's a little bit of pleasure, and there's nothing wrong with a little bit of pleasure in your life. Yeah, but I'm not motivated by pleasure. I've given up stuff like this for several months over my last 16-year
Yeah, you
journey.
know, Maricela, eating fats is not making you fat.
Mm-mm.
Eating sugar and eating carbs making you fat.
It's when you mix the carbs with the fats. Now you've got a savory, hyper palatable food. Hyper palatable means excessively tasty. And your brain just goes, wow. And it's just like a drug. And it's kind of like you eat some pizza or something and it's like, oh, this is so delicious. But then pretty soon you can't stop eating it because it's hyper palatable. You literally become addicted to it. It's like you're just never satisfied.
Today the weather is very bad. It's
It is.
raining. So
This is Hurricane
yeah,
Katrina, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
Katerina.
Okay.
But still we did do the morning routine this morning and we did our live video.
Mhm.
And you know, we are very consistent. Even we didn't go out the room, we still can do the workout here inside the room.
Well, one of the things that I found by practicing Buddhism, secular Buddhism, is that um,
Mhm.
you'll suffer in life if you're not a rational thinker. And rational thinking frees you from the ego and egoic thinking. And egoic thinking is all emotional thinking. It's all desires. It's all about protecting not protecting the body, but protecting the ego itself, protecting core beliefs. It's like people wonder, oh, why is it that people, go
Mhm.
blow themselves up? Why do they become suicide bombers? It's because they're attached to their egos. They've got this core belief that, well, I'm going to go to heaven, or these uh, uh, groups uh, promise them, well, we'll take care of your family after you go blow yourself up for the rest of your life. And it's like a big incentive for these poor people. So they go, I might not be going to heaven, but at least my family will be taken care of. And so now I have some value
Mhm.
because I've been told
I
how,
don't think
they do. These people believe that. What do you think would happen, baby?
so. And then here's my order.
Up,
Come in.
order's coming. It's one of the reasons people kill themselves. It's emotional because
Pasok na.
they've been told their whole life that they're worthless, they're not worth anything, or
Huh? It's
ah,
okay. So this coconut,
it's a tiny one.
yeah, from my coconut,
Oh, is this from our tree?
yeah, from dwarf coconut. It's a dwarf
It's
coconut.
a dwarf coconut from our dwarf coconut tree.
Yeah. Michael, nasaan ang sabaw? Tinapon mo? Tinapon mo eh.
Is this the first year that our tree has produced coconuts?
Yes.
Yeah. So the trees are like 7 years old now.
Yeah.
And so they'll get bigger as time goes on.
And this is like reachable.
Yeah, you can actually just reach the coconuts, which is nice because here in the Philippines, these guys risk life and limb to get these coconuts. And I've told people this before. Do you know how much they're making for a coconut? One coconut, they get 3 pesos for a coconut. So, of course, they use ropes and stuff to get to the top of these coconut trees. But some of these coconut trees are like 50, 60 feet high.
Okay.
You know,
One time I saw it. Actually, it's already in my Facebook.
yeah.
Have a typhoon. Like
Yeah.
windy, and
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
we are in the resort.
And that tree is woo,
Yeah, and I said,
woo.
wow, he's on top. And then there's a thunder and lightning. I hear it.
That
And
was
I
just
said,
like last month.
yeah, it's like, oh my gosh.
Here's this guy climbing this tree for some coconuts. It's like, oh my God. And that tree must have been 60 feet high.
And there's a typhoon that time.
Yeah,
I hear a thunder and lightning. It's like,
I couldn't believe it. I mean, it's crazy enough when you're out there in great weather climbing to the top of
so
these
I
trees.
told to
And
some
yes,
of the
people
worker,
die from falling out of those coconut
I
trees.
told to some worker who's complaining about their work, I said, you know what? You're still lucky
Yeah.
because you don't need to climb in the 50 feet high coconut in the weather, bad weather.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God.
But they're not lucky because people who work for corporations and such, they're slaves, you know. So no, they're not climbing tall coconut trees. But the nice thing about the people that are climbing tall coconut trees, at least they're free. They can do whatever they want.
After they climb.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, they're free to do what they want, and of course, the guys climbing the coconut trees aren't free. They're working for somebody else who sells the coconuts for 12 pesos each. So he pays them 3 to climb the tree, and then they get 12 pesos for coconut. So they're making 9 pesos off the guy. So the guy who has the truck and can haul all the coconuts, because they literally fill these trucks with hundreds of coconuts. And so they're making what, again, you take a 3 peso coconut and sell it for 12 pesos. what a great deal for the guy who just drives the truck because he owns the truck. It's always the guy who owns the truck that makes the money, and that's the way it goes. Jen and I have figured out a way to help everybody become self-sufficient, and that's with our biochar compost. So that's how we plan on changing the earth and the people's income, because ultimately the prices of food is going to be lower, and there's going to be enough food for probably multiply the population of the earth times 10, and you'll have 80 billion people. If we can if we can resoil the earth, which we believe is going to be possible in our lifetime, when we get it on a mass scale, and that's our goal. Is and yeah, hopefully we'll do well if we get in on that. But we need some people who are really wealthy and willing to support our endeavor, because it takes months to build up the soils of the earth, years, and but we can do it, and we can also lower the temperature of the earth. So it's a real viable plan, and I've proven that it works. I make terra preta soil. It's not actually terra preta soil; it's biochar enhanced soil, but it's as good or better than the terra preta soil. And this is soil that gives structure to the earth, and it grows plants without. You can't use fertilizers on it. You destroy the
No,
terra preta soil.
they're killing the
You can't
microorganisms.
use pesticides. You can't use fertilizers. But the plants are healthier. They're totally organic, and the soil actually grows like a plant. Why? Because it's full. It's got trillions and trillions of quadrillions of microorganisms in it that are actually feeding the plants. And the carbon, the biochar, which is a soil amendment, simply gives the soil structure. It gives the microorganisms air so that they can breathe. It gives them a home so they can live. And they die and they pee and they poop, and it holds water in the soil. And then what happens is the earthworms just keep composting the dead material.
She said, Maricela said, Brookman, in the Netherlands, you pay €3.80,
Wow.
and the coconut is not that big.
Mm,
Really?
mm.
This one I didn't pay. I just get in
That one's
my pay.
free because that's on our
Yeah,
property.
but if I don't have coconut, and if I saw somebody picking up a coconut around here, because we live in the jungle,
Yeah.
so I just paid them like 10 pesos or 12 pesos
Yep.
each. And this one is very small, really.
Yeah.
From my
Usually the
from my
coconuts we get are 2 to 3 times bigger than that.
yeah, from my dwarf coconut. This is a very small coconut.
Yeah. This might only get 5 pesos.
Hmm. No, here when you buy the coconut, big or small, you will pay same.
Oh, is that right?
Hmm.
But I was telling him that the drivers, they make 12 pesos, and the guys who climb the tree make 3 pesos.
Not the driver. The the he's the one who are talking to the owner of the land.
Oh, it's the owner of the land.
No,
Oh,
he is the one who make a transaction to the owner of the land.
oh,
And then when he said, "Sir, I will get the coconut in your property," then he said, "Okay, just count it and just tell me, pay me." So I think they paid the owner like 6 pesos,
oh,
and then they paid the climber
3 pesos
three
per call.
pesos. So it's like 9 pesos. So they got um 3 pesos also.
Oh, okay. So the driver makes just 3 pesos per coconut.
Yeah, but that is just only here. When it go out in the highway,
Oh, yeah.
price is different.
Oh, yeah. It's like all of a sudden now you're paying 30 pesos.
Yeah, in Manila or in the town, you buy this one coconut, you will pay 30 to 35 pesos. So it's like a triple price.
Yeah.
But when they just finish picking up, just only here along the road, I will just tell them, just give me 30 or 50 pieces, drop in my place, and I'll pay you now. And not that hard to talk to them.
Nope, easy.
Easy. Easy peasy as long as they saw money.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah, it helps pay for their gas, maybe gives them a little food and stuff.
Yes,
Yep.
not.
Yep. And it's hard, dangerous work.
Yeah, and sometimes because
But they're free, kind of. You know what I mean?
yeah, because the owner is not watching how much they take,
Yeah.
they can say how much only.
Yeah.
Oh, I paid you like 100, but they get 150 and I get the 50. So what I take is sometimes they just skip it.
There's a
But
lot.
I didn't tell them to do that.
No,
They are the one who's making that.
they make that decision.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of shenanigans that go on here in the
You
Philippines.
don't know, especially when um the farmer is not around.
Right.
Actually, even you are if the owner is not around, we call it Magna Naka with Miss Tiller. Some person just walking around, they see a guayabano on the road, they just stretch it. They see a banana, they just stretch it. They see a
Sure.
pineapple, they just stretch
They
it.
might as well because like here the other day, I saw a bunch of rambutan. There's a little rambutan tree up,
Mm-hmm.
and they just fall on the road and rot.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. And same thing with the mangoes and the avocados. It's like
Yeah.
there's so many fruits around here that just fall and rot. Papayas, coconut. Well, not the coconuts, but well, a lot of coconuts just
Yeah.
fall, and it's
The
like
the one that they use for oil,
yeah,
the old one,
uh-huh.
the brown skin. This is a young coconut. That is good for making a coconut milk and oil.
Yeah, the older coconuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
This one, the meat of this is high in fats and fiber.
maybe one of these days we'll show you the. Is it called tambong? The what
What's that?
the when the coconut gets that sugar apple in it.
Mm-hmm.
What is that called?
Tumbong.
Tumbong.
Yeah.
So tumbong is kind of interesting because it's actually the coconut going to seed.
Yeah,
And
inside.
yeah. And so what happens is all that water, it gets into this fatty
Mm-hmm.
meat on the outside and it swells up and it's a nice, crunchy, sweet, delicious,
Juicy.
juicy, delicious. Oh my God. It's amazing. Yeah. Called tumbong.
Yes.
Tumbong.
So I think how much is the $3 and €3?
€3. It's like, I don't know, maybe the euro's pretty close to the US dollar now. I think it's 65 pesos per euro.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, you're looking at about 200 pesos for a coconut. We get it for 12
With
pesos,
80 cents. €3 and 80 cents.
€3 and 80 cents. So
That's
you're,
like 250.
yeah, 250 pesos.
Wow.
So we could buy 20 coconuts for that.
More than.
More than.
Because
But
what
again, and
20,
same thing with
10.
bananas here. We pay 1 peso per banana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The saba.
That's the expensive one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The
Actually, we have a lot of saba there in our tree.
yeah. We've got some nice trees here. We've got tundong, sabah. I think we've got a green banana tree out there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it fell from
Oh,
the typhoon.
oh, so no more green bananas.
Kuya Mario replant the newly sprout.
Ah, we got some nice sabah up here that we got from our friend Jaime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we just put it right into our compost pile. Yeah. So
Okay, guys. So I'm done eating. I think I need to take a rest because last early morning last night, it's like 2 o'clock. I wake up, I sleep, and then after that,
She could not sleep.
my mind not nonstop.
So you shouldn't have any Zumba tonight, right?
Of course, there's
Oh.
no rain.
Yeah.
There's a
There's rain, so Zumba will be canceled tonight. Thank goodness, because it's kind of nice for her to take a little bit of a break.
Sometimes if my routine has been cloud, also my sleep has been. It's
Yes.
like every day I have a Zumba, and then it's like okay. But last Sunday my day off. It's like I sleep all day. That's so nice sleeping.
Yeah, it's nice to sleep,
Mm,
but we work hard. We stay
yeah.
busy. That's the secret. Rational people stay busy, and people who are emotional, they procrastinate.
What kind of a tea do you think? Do you drink? Me, I drink a lemon,
Ginger lemon tea.
ginger, turmeric. We have a lot of yellow ginger here, turmeric.
Yeah,
I just boil it.
it's a healthy tea.
Yeah, with the lemon.
And if you want to, when I drink it, I use a little stevia in it.
Yeah, you can use stevia or a honey,
Yeah,
and that's good. Actually, when I am very, very sick, I make ginger, turmeric, garlic, and the lemon
oh,
all together. You hate it.
oh,
But you know,
garlic ruins it for
if
me.
I'm very sick
I love
that
garlic
day,
in food, but
if I got very sick that day, afternoon, after I drink that, like 2 or 3 cups of that, I feel much better. I feel relieved. So,
it's funny. Her little herbal remedies are just amazing. It's like there's this one plant around here with this little white juice in it, and she puts it on a cut or a blister or anything,
yeah.
heals it right up. What is that called?
Tawa-tawa.
Tawa.
Yeah, I got I murder my toe because every time I remove my ingrown, it's really hard to
She
remove.
always gets an infection.
So I always got the murder my toenail. So after that some old woman tell me I put the juice of that
Tawa on there.
it's a grass,
It is a grass.
It's just a grass growing somewhere out there. And it's like when I put that thing, wow, not even a day.
Yep.
The
Heals it right up. Heals
the
cuts up and everything.
do you know
It's
the
amazing.
feeling of the wound that's like palpitating the nerve? I really feel that before. But after I put that, it's like I just feel the nerve like that a little bit, and after a while, it's just gone. It's
Yeah,
like, huh?
and I can tell you, this is just our testimony, but as a pharmacist, I've never seen anything quite like it. It's like
Yeah.
amazing.
So we always have used here natural everything.
Yeah.
The food, the drink,
Yeah, if you
the
got kidney stones, coconut juice.
coconut juice and sambong. We have a lot of sambong here.
I hate the taste of sambong, but
Where is my sambong tree?
Good.
Over here? Yeah. I have a sambong tree over there. I'll show you outside. So you can see the forest in my back. It's still overcast, rain. You see already the coconut there.
yeah, lots of rain today.
That is the one. This one is avocado. This one
Hey, that avocado
is
is pretty
avocado.
good.
Yeah. This one is guyabano. This one.
Avocado's got to be in a well-drained soil.
This one is also avocado. That
Oh,
one.
that one's still growing too. That's amazing.
That one that I bought, they said there's a variety of hash, hopefully.
Oh, I hope so.
And that one
We
is
got some
the
amazing avocados.
sambong. These leaves. That one. That leaves.
We used to have a couple of nice.
That is a
papayas
sambong.
here.
And there's a lot of banana over there.
Oh, that's our tunda.
No, that is no, saba.
Yeah,
From Kuya Jaime.
Sabah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kuya Jaime. Yeah. I love this Sabah plant itself because it's got those great big leaves on it.
So this is my place at my backyard. If I want the ginger, I just grab over
Yeah, we got
there
lots of ginger out there.
and the turmeric.
And there's one of is that a dwarf coconut there?
This one?
Yeah.
Actually, it's not, but it's already fruiting.
Yeah. We're gonna have to cut that
There's
down.
it's already fruiting now, and then you will cut.
Well,
No need to cut. There's a fruit now.
yeah.
When it's fruiting, no need to cut. Beside, if you cut it, you will get only a little ubod.
I don't want the ubon. I just don't want a big coconut next to our place. We got some big coconut trees back there. That's at the end of our property.
Oh, that's not ours anymore.
No, it's not ours anymore because it's just on the other side of our property.
Yeah, that coconut, that is the leaves of coconut tree.
Yeah.
That is not our anymore. That is the end of our property.
That's the end of our property, but we cut down all the coconuts on our tree that were really too tall.
Yeah, we really do.
Because I don't want big leaves, coconut leaves falling on things or big coconuts. Because
Okay.
that'll kill you.
He was spraying the coconut.
Yeah.
That's why he want to cut this coconut near in our room because he don't want to make it grow. When it grow, it will be like when it jump to your roof, huh? I make sure to you.
Well,
You will
I
wake
love
up.
plants, but I don't like plants that can cause a danger to people
Yeah.
and yeah. So
So that's it, guys.
that's it, Pansit.
So hopefully, Maricela, we help you something. If you need something, if you want to ask something, we are always here to. Oh, Ray, what about balimbing? Balimbing. Do you know what is balimbing?
I don't.
You don't know?
Uh-uh.
Star fruit.
Oh, star fruit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't eat a lot of star fruit because it's too sweet for me, and fructose really can.
But do you know what is balimbing here in the
Is
Philippines? What's mean?
no
Bias.
a bias?
Yeah.
Oh, like we felt like a cognitive bias.
No, like I like you when you are front of me, but when I'm front with somebody, I like them. It's like balimbing. I'm two-sided.
Like two faced.
Yeah, two-faced.
Ah.
1000% vitamin C.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of vitamin C anymore. It's okay, but vitamin C always turns into oxalic acid, so
Mm-hmm.
you got to be careful
You
with the.
can take natural minerals in the food that you take, especially in the protein. That is good thing.
Please watch Dr. Georgia
He
E.
said 1000%.
Yeah, 1000% vitamin
Per
C.
percent,
Yeah,
not
so
peso, cent. Percent. 1000% vitamin C.
I do like vegetables mostly for getting your
Actually, we
nutrients
didn't
and phytonutrients, especially
really,
these fermented
yeah,
vegetables.
we really didn't take any vitamin C in fruits because
No,
fruits is high in fructose, and fructose is really bad to your kidney
it's for your liver. It's bad
for
for
your
your liver.
liver.
It causes non-alcoholic fatty liver
Yeah.
disease. So beware of too much fruit.
Sometimes I got confused with the liver and the kidney.
So your liver is usually here on your right side. Your kidneys, you got one on each side of your back here, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kidneys filter the blood, and the liver is converting all those toxins and taking the toxins out of your body that way. So it's making things less toxic. This is why people, when they drink too much alcohol, that alcohol is running to your liver, and it destroys your liver. So, but fructose will do the same thing.
We have too much fruits here around, like a guayabano. Oh, when you see in the road,
Yeah,
it's like there's a mountain of guayabano. It's like
guayabano is a lovely tasting fruit, and they use it for all kinds of things. Um, but for me, it's just way too high in fructose.
yeah.
So some of these fruits in here in the Philippines are just really high in fructose. So you got to be very careful on the amount of fruit you take in.
What I love is eating is like suha, like a pomelo. But I'm
Besides,
not.
I'm afraid chicken getting too big in the Philippines. They're feeding them bad ingredients. Yes, that's true. Uh, like in the United States. That's
I have a story that from him.
yeah.
We're
I used to think a
come
big
on, come
chicken
on.
was a good thing. I'm just saying.
Let me
I will.
tell
I'm
the
just saying.
story.
This was like a 5 kilo chicken. It's like, oh my god.
I will tell you some story. We've been walking to Tagaytay, and he always see there the white big chicken. I said, he always telling me, I want to buy the chicken. I said, you don't need to buy the chicken. We can buy in the supermarket. They said,
Oh,
no, I want that big chicken. I said, no, we're not going to buy that. And then one time he walked alone. He walked alone. He didn't tell me. And then when he come home, he bring the big chicken. Just
so,
like
still alive.
it's like yeah, he bring the live chicken. It's big. I said I want that for Liana's
It was a
birthday.
5 kilo chicken too because they weighed it.
Kill this on Liana's birthday, and I will eat that. Then I said okay. And then my son kill it, and I cook it. Do you know when he ate it? What he said?
Oh my god.
Oh my God! What did you say again?
I don't know. It tasted like styrofoam or something.
Yeah, he told me
It was horrible tasting.
tastes like plastic.
Yeah, I think they've been
Maybe they're
feeding.
feeding them a plastic.
I don't know.
And I said, that's why I'm telling you not to buy that. They said, now I learned.
Yeah, and never again. Now we've grown. We've grown.
Yeah, we have a white chicken and we make them grow. And you know what? How big are they when they?
And we're letting our chickens just eat natural. We're just letting
Yeah,
them live longer.
yeah, they live like almost a year,
Yep.
and it was
And these are 45-day chickens.
yeah, and it was in the open it's a they have chicken pens, but inside they can just
Scratch around
scratch
and
around,
eat.
eat the worm,
Yep.
whatever was inside the coco pit.
Yep.
And as
And then we
they
feed.
really big, become big like
Yeah.
dinosaur.
Yeah,
It's like 7 kilos to 8
we just feed
kilos.
them worms and feed them scraps, vegetable scraps and stuff like that. Wow, they got huge.
And
Yeah.
then when we cook it, the taste is so different.
Wow, it's amazing.
It tastes so very yummy. It's like
They were yummy
the
chickens.
the taste is really good. The meat, the bone.
Yeah,
The bone is too hard because they already call cow chicken.
cow chicken.
Yeah. So when it become cow, it become old. So the bone become hard. But do you know the meat? Oh my
Wow.
God, it's really good.
So juicy.
It's different
and huge.
what they feed in our feeding because we make free range
Yeah.
chicken.
Well, free range, but we also feed them the vegetable scraps that we don't eat.
Yeah.
And so
all the vegetable that leftover, the skin, the rotten,
Yep.
we always no, it's not a native chicken.
No,
It's
these are 45-day chickens.
45 days the white chicken.
Yeah.
We take care of 45 days. We bought it when they are chicks.
Now we do only the native chickens.
Yeah.
But because
actually all my native
I
chicken,
I feel sorry for those 45-day chickens because they're so big they can't even hardly walk. It's crazy. Yeah.
Oh. In the Netherlands, you only can buy white eggs. The brown eggs suddenly are not so healthy.
Really? Because we got a lot of brown eggs here, but what we do is we look at the yolk.
Yeah,
If the yolk's a dark yellow or orange, it's really
healthy. That's what
well, that's what the scientists say.
Yeah.
And all of our chickens produce that, and we just feed them just all organic. It's a we do supplement at the beginning with some of the chicken feed, but ultimately they end up going just total free range and lots of vegetables.
So just because it's raining today, one chicken just go in my kitchen And I said to my son, catch the chicken and we will cook it. Then my son said, Mama, he already catch it. And he said, Mama, this chicken is too thin. I said, okay, let him go.
The chickens are always running around in the
That's why we
kitchen
want
area.
our own eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's better you have your own
And
because
hopefully
you know how
we
to.
can help create a world that's going to be totally like that.
Yeah.
Because here in the Philippines, there's no reason why every farmer here, and especially like the senior groups, don't have their, because there's lots of land here for people. And our plan is to just create a big, huge compost pile for the seniors and just let these chickens eat on that compost pile
Yeah.
and be totally
That's
natural.
what we want to teach, but they didn't even give us time to tell and explain this. And even we have
We're just going to
their
do it on our own. But
their
we
mind
need
is
to.
so close.
So tell people who are mega rich people, that here we are in the Philippines and we're going to change the world.
Yeah, who can provide us and help us
First, we're going to
financially.
actually the world, all the people in the world right now are in a mental health crisis.
Yeah, they
There's a
are.
mental health crisis. I mean, there's people out there that are actually voting for people like Donald Trump, and he's just like a known criminal, and he's crazy and he's old, and people should never be old voting for any of those reasons. But he's already been he's a 34 count convicted felon. He's been impeached twice. He does nothing but run a smear campaign. I mean, he's obviously mentally unstable, and you've got people
Okay.
voting for him. So why would you say that? Because they are mentally ill themselves.
Okay.
Now the whole thing is, baby, is the whole world's mentally ill. How do I know? Because you're not thinking rationally. Rational thinkers, what do? They exercise every day. Are you exercising every day? No, you're not. Well, then you have a mental health issue. Okay. Are you eating healthy every day? No, you're not. You're eating junk food. You're eating whatever, You're eating crap food. You're eating too much sugar. Then you have a mental health issue. Are you smoking? Are you drinking? Do you have bad habits? How do you know if you have a mental health issue? Well, because you're suffering. How do you know if you're suffering? Because if you have anger, if you have the symptoms of suffering, anger, frustration, loneliness, depression, anxiety, these are all mental health issues. Now, it's gotten to the point to where it's a mental health crisis. How do we overcome this mental health crisis? By realizing that we're emotional thinkers, that we're attached to this ego in our head that has these core beliefs that are causing us to become emotional thinkers. How do you break free of emotional thinking? It's basically Buddhism. It's like learn how to meditate and free your mind from that emotional, dysregulated mind, and then start eating healthy so you can get a regulated, healthy brain. Because if your brain's not healthy, if your physical
We are not
brain,
telling you to convert in Buddhism.
no, what I'm telling you is do what the Buddhists do. And
Just
that
be
is
aware.
uh, meditate, meditate, eat healthy. And uh, a lot of the Buddhists don't believe in eating meat. And it's like, this is not a healthy practice. We're secular, we practice secular Buddhism. We're not secular Buddhists. We're just we're rational humans. And what I try to get people to do is think rationally. Rational humanism is focused on, and everybody should be a rational humanist, is caring for yourself and your fellow man. We believe that all people should have dignity, have the ability to have a dignified life, that all people should be able to learn how to solve their own problems, that all people, as long as those problems are not causing more problems, right? It's not any means to an end. It's like, here, you should be able to pursue your goals as long as they're not causing problems, right? All people should have individualism. You should never have somebody telling you who you are or what you should be. You should be allowed to be yourself, And so, if you're gay, so what? you know if you if you are of a particular race or you have some particular religious identity, as long as it's not hurting anybody else, so what? Now, you shouldn't be allowed to promote your religious identity because that's violating other people's rights. But you should be able to practice it on your own. I mean, what's wrong with that? And you don't need a religion to believe in God. So no, we don't go with any religious nonsense. We're secular, and so and Buddhism is a philosophy. So from the Buddhist philosophy, you want to live a rational life and free yourself from this emotional ego. How do you do that? Well, you think rationally. Do I need to exercise? Yeah. Then shouldn't you be exercising every day? Do I need to eat healthy? Yeah. That's rational, right? Shouldn't I be eating healthy every day? Does intermittent fasting help me? Yeah. It prolongs life. It improves your performance. Should I be intermittent fasting every day? Yeah. You should eat all your food within about an 8-hour window. Should I be cutting out poisons in my life like drugs and alcohol and sugar? Yeah, this is your body. Why do you want to poison your brain, your gut, your liver? Why would you do that? That's not rational. Rational thinking gets you away from emotional thinking. So how do you know if should I be reading? Yes. If you don't read, you're going to end up being stupid. If you don't acquire the knowledge and put it into your subconscious mind, you're just not going to know what's going on. You should be reading every day. It doesn't take a lot, just a couple minutes of reading every day. Should I be writing? Yes, of course. How do you think you're going to get your thoughts down and introspect and remember things? You should be writing every day. Is it that hard? No, I do it every day. It's easy. Should I be listening to understand other people? Yes. This is your responsibility. Should I be watching these YouTubes? Yes. They're giving people information. It's free. It's not fake news. People are telling you it's fake news and that you should avoid these people and you shouldn't listen to scientists. They're lying to you. Do what's good for you. Yeah. So we're humanists. We're rational humanists. And if you want to be a rational humanist, then start learning about it. This is your responsibility. Yeah. So can you have a good life? I do. I've got the best life. Jen's got a really good life. Why? Because we're not emotional thinkers. We don't use our egos to make our decisions for us. I'll bet you do. So is the world in a mental health crisis? Yeah, it is. Are all the MAGA Republicans severely, chronically mentally ill? Yes, they are. They're brainwashed into the cult of Donald Trump. And are you ever going to change them? No, they're not going to change. They live in fear. If you have fear of losing this or that, then you have a mental health issue. You shouldn't be living in fear. No one should. If you're frustrated or angry, there's justified frustration, there's justified anger. But I mean, if you're angry because somebody doesn't agree with you, I mean, that's a mental health issue within you. If you take things personally, if you're not impeccable with your word, if you're making assumptions about people, you've got mental health issues, not the other people. You do. So do I care if you attack me? I don't. I'm not going to take it personally. I'm not going to make assumptions about you. I know you're having mental health issues if you're doing drugs, eating too much sugar, not exercising, not meditating. Yeah, meditation is important so you can focus and clear your mind. It's part of being mindful. Mindfulness is so huge for your brain. If you're not mindful, then you're mindless. And if you're mindless, you're going to stimulate those inflammatory cells in your brain. You're going to create inflammation. You're going to have stress and you're going to suffer. You want to free yourself from suffering? Just start thinking rationally. It's not that hard.
Okay. So
Yeah.
he got
Went on my rant.
in his range. So let me let me take him out for a while. So we're getting so far. 1 hour and 40 minutes. So again, to all of you
14
guys,
minutes.
um, I will remind you again. This I will not get tired telling you this. 80% of our bodies, the food that we take, the drink that we take. So just be aware what you're eating, what you're drinking, because that is 80% of your body. So don't be surprised if you are sick when you're eating a junk food. Don't be surprised if you become like a drum if you're eating a processed food. So just be aware and be careful. And 20% of our body is the exercise that we do, and that is the simple walk, cleaning, dancing, yoga, whatever movement that you do is a workout.
Now, the guy who wants his own farm, he's in the Netherlands. Yeah. So, what's nice is I think you can have chickens year round in the Netherlands, and you can make your own compost up there.
Yeah.
A study about biochar composting. I don't. We make our own biochar here. I don't know if you can do it because there's always a possibility for fires. Because when you make biochar, when you're making it, the woody products that you're burning are burning at around between 600 degrees to 800 degrees Celsius. I mean, these fires are hot, and you really need to have an open area where you also an area where roots of trees aren't going to catch on fire. So I for those people like in forested areas and like that, you have to have a big clear area so that the surrounding trees don't catch on fire or any of the plants or the roots.
Okay, let's finish this
Yeah.
because we're getting so long.
Yeah.
See you again tomorrow, guys. So don't forget to take care of your body, take care of your mind. Love yourself first. So this is not selfish. Always remember you are loved, you are valuable, you are unique. Just find your passion and just start sharpening your saw. So for all to you guys, we love you. We really do. So take care of your body, take care of your mind. Love yourself first and namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you all guys for watching. All the effort is really appreciated. The time and the comment here is really appreciated.
Thank you.
And of course, the share. Thank you all guys and namaste. Bye for now.